Sorry, Emma. That's why I gonna bring Mike. What's that mean? Now you two come back together. Leaving a note like this run off together? I don't understand. You don't need to know it. I said I don't run off with Mike. Run off with your real sister's fiancé? How could you do such a terrible thing? How long have you two been together? We started dating recently. Mike and his friends came to the pub where I work for part-time. We were having a drink after my shift. And we hit it off and we finally together. Huh? Ha ha ha. Well, now your earnest and successful life is ruined, isn't it? I guess you have to experience a setback at least once in your life, right? You should be thanking me for giving you the experience of life's peaks and valleys. What did you say? I've always been pissed off with you, Emma. You have been always diligent and our parents like you. You got into her first choice of high school and college. You even got a job at the big company that our parents were proud of. I'm really pissed off that you got married so smoothly. That's why I wanted to ruin my Emma's life just once. No way. You took my fiancé away from me from that reason. Well, to be honest, I didn't think it would go this well. But Mike was even more thrilled than I imagined he would be. It seems he's been dissatisfied with Emma for a while. I pretended to be a little spoiled, and he immediately confessed his feeling to me. Mike said I'm prettier and more attractive than Emma. Mike said he'd rather have a girl like me for a wife. Oh no. Just like this. My parents also told me to get out of my parents' house as soon as possible and become independent. They told me how long I'd have to work as a freelancer. Besides, it sounds fun like drama, so I ran off together. I will be happy as you're part of Mike. Miss Cole. Hey Mike, are you really going to stop marrying me? Are you really run off together with my sister Sally? Yes, Sally. But marrying your fiance's sister, my serious parents would be against it. So I decided to run off with Emma. After 5 years of dating, I was so happy when Mike finally proposed to me. So why doubt me like this? Are you frustrated with me or something? Well, to be frank, I'm tired of being with you. I think your diligence is your strong point. But when I'm with you, who is perfect in every way, I feel nothing but pressure. Huh? You graduated from a university higher than mine. You work for a big company and make more money than me. On top of that, you are good at cook and cleaner. And recently, you successfully lost weight for a wedding. It's hard for me to be with you, who's perfect in everything. What do you mean it's hard? You told me when you're first dating. You said you like me like that. You said you fell in love with my effort and everything. I was attracted to that at first, but you know, it's just too perfect. I'm exhausted. It's as if you're saying I'm sloppy. Why? At least if you're a bad cook or living in a messy room, it would have been better if I could see that kind of sloppiness before we engaged. Wait a minute. I wasn't a good cook either. I hated cleaning. But Mike said you didn't like people who were sloppy. I made an effort to learn how to cook, and I tried to be clean. But now you say I'm too perfect and it's gonna be tired. That's terrible. Shut up. You don't know what I'm thinking. I'm less educated than you. I make less money than you. How miserable do you think? Have you been every day? Mike, unlike you, Sally always comments me. No matter where I take her, she always says, wow, I've never been here before. The way she reacts is adorable. Even when I bought her a drink at a family restaurant, she said, "I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm so happy." I guess guys have a weakness for girls like that. I know. You've been looking for that kind of reaction from me for a long time. A couple should compliment for each other's shortcoming. But if one of us is perfect, there's no point in being a couple. We both live hand in hand, helping each other. A perfect woman like you should live alone and miserable for the rest of your life. See you later. Hi, Emma. I'm going back to my parents' house from today, so I'm taking your room. What? Sally? I heard that you moved back to our parents' house after we ran off together. So, you're living in the room I used to live in. So, I'm going to ask for my room back. I'm sorry, but you need to get out of my parents' house. Wait a minute. Why are you coming back to my parents' house? They were worried about breaking up my engagement with Mike. And now, you're coming back to my parents' house? Actually, Mike and I broke up. You broke up? You ran out with a big smile on your face, saying Mike would make you happy. Rumor has it that you got married and registered. But it wasn't as happy as I thought it would be. That's why we got divorced. What? Because Mike was even more troublesome than I had imagined. Every time if I didn't say wow to him, he would get upset. And yet, he wouldn't even treat me a dinner out because we're a couple. I can't take that kind of petty attitude anymore. That's why you got divorced? When you have such a young and pretty wife, normally you'd work harder than ever for me, right? And yet, even after 3 years, his salary hasn't changed at all. Even though Mike is a man, he doesn't even reach my sister's salary. So I gave up on Mike and divorced him. So you come back to my parents' house to take it easy. How dare you come back here without any shame? What's so embarrassing about it? It's common for people to come back to their parents' house after a divorce. And yet, my room is gone because you took it. It's really impossible. It's your brain that's impossible. I'm not gonna forgive you, and neither are our parents. So please go live alone somewhere. I can't do that. I don't even have money to rent a room. Besides, I learned how easy to live at home when I was married to Mike. It's not easy to cook and clean. That's why I'm definitely going back to my parents' house. You're still a child with no sense of independence. So I sold all of your stuff. I'm gonna use it my allowance. What? Sold? Wait a minute. Sally, where are you now? You're about to go back to your parents' house, right? Huh? I've already arrived at my parents' house. I think it changed the locks on the front door. But the kitchen door was open. So I went in there and I sold your stuff. Oh my God. So please leave alone, Emma. I don't have a room for Emma anymore. I'm sorry that I discard your stuff without telling. Leave alone. What? I can't believe you were in my house without my permission. And whose stuff did you sell off? You are really good for nothing girl, aren't you? What? You are already living alone? That's strange. I heard your engagement was called off, and you went back to our parents' house in misery. Yes, I went back to my parents' house because they were too worried about me. But soon after that, they decided to sell the house. What? You sold your parents' house? So finally I live alone now. My mom and dad live in another apartment. Hey, what's that? That's not what I heard. Why are you selling your parents' house? Are you kidding me? I'm giving up my parents' house because of you. What do you mean it's our fault? Rumor of your runoff spread quickly throughout our hometown. It made me and my parents very embarrassed in our hometown. Everywhere we went, people started whispering about us. They offered us some weird water and a vase. Wow! That's what was happening. I just put up with it, thinking it would stop someday. But on the contrary, more and more strange people kept coming to our house. Dad and I were exhausted. Then my dad decided to retire, so we sold the house. Oh, I see. And that's when I started living alone again. Parents are living in an apartment in a nice, relaxing place. Oh, wait a minute. So, the stuff I got rid of really wasn't yours? Yes, because we don't live in that house anymore. So, whose stuff did I throw away? It's not Emma's, and the house is sold. Whose luggage is that? I don't know anything about it. My parents' house was sold to a real estate agent as it. Is the real estate agent renting it out as a rental? Or maybe it was sold as a used property and both. We don't even know who lives there. Oh, no. So, I'm trespassing in a complete stranger's house? And then I sold off someone's stuff without permission? I did something pretty bad, didn't I? Yes, you did something that usually a police matter. So I called the police. I'm sure the realtor and the police will be arriving shortly. So you'll have to atone for your sins. Oh no! You lied to me when you said you called the police. You sold me out to the police. I'm not gonna let a crime go unpunished. So bye for now. Hi, Emma. How have you been? Oh, hi. I'm fine, but you seem to be having a hard time. I heard from Sally that you got divorced. Yeah, I'm so relieved to finally be divorced. My marriage to Sally was a disaster. I wonder why I married her. What? At first, I liked her when she couldn't do without me, but Sally stated the same. She takes care of the house. She depends on me for everything. I'm tired of being married like that. But that's the marriage you want. You don't want me to do everything perfectly, do you? You choose to run off because you wanted the opposite. I finally figured it out. I was just jealous of everyone who was better than me. But in my mind, I've always loved only you. So, please, Emma, will you marry me? What? Sorry for hurting you 3 years ago. I know it made you sad to run out with your real sister, but I will definitely make you happy from now on. I will become a man who is not ashamed to stand next to you. I won't say that I'm too perfect or that I'm too tired, so please marry me. Sorry, but I will marry tomorrow. What? A wedding? Is that supposed to be the bride's wedding? Yeah, I met a great guy and we're getting married. He's someone who respects me for working hard and striving for perfection. He said he wants to work with me like that, to build each other up. No, don't be fooled by a man like that. He would have disappeared from your life anyway, just like I did in past. If you're going to marry him, do it with me. Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine. The groomsman has the same education as me. He works for the same company. What? He doesn't seem to feel any pressure for me. In fact, when I told him when I broke up with you, he even laughed so hard. Is this the least bit of pressure? He said, you're a very sensitive ex-boyfriend. What? He said that if I made a lot more money than him, he said he wouldn't be ugly jealous and that it would motivate me. He said it would be a blessing to have someone better than me around. I'm getting married tomorrow to someone like that. Wait a minute, Emma. I'm finally realizing that. So why don't you come back to me? I politely declined. Well, I have final preparation for the wedding tomorrow. Take care, Mike. What should I do, Emma? I've been charged almost $2 million by the real estate agency. He says they'll take me to the police without any question. Oh, they haven't caught you yet. They're such a sweet real estate agent. They are not nice at all because $2 million. There's no way I have that kind of money. But for selling it without permission and trespassing, you're lucky you got away with that much. Listen, I was wondering if you could help me. You are still works for a big company, right? You must have some saving, right? I do, but I don't owe you anything. Then, at least tell me where our parents are. I've been trying to reach them since yesterday, but I can't get through. I want to go back to our parents' house as soon as we meet with parents again. But you wanted to get out of our parents' house so badly that you ran off together, didn't you? You hated your parents for nagging you so much, and now you want to live with them again? It's your fault that you want to get out of our parents' house in the first place. Well, I'll check with my parents just to make sure. They said they never want to see you again. That's what the neighbors' fathers and mother both said. Next door? Oh, you're with them now. Yes, because today is my wedding day. Both Mom and Dad are here to congratulate me on my daughter's wedding. Oh, what? Emma, you're getting married. Thanks to you taking Mike away from me. I met a very nice man. I'm grateful to you for that. But I can't forgive you for stealing him from me. Well then, take care. If you don't have money, go to the police and pay for your sins. After that, Sally bowed down to consumer finance companies here and there. She managed to come up with a settlement of 2 million yen. Sally is now working in the night business to repay the debt. But according to rumors, she has a very bad attitude toward customer service because of stress from the job. She refreshed doing gambling. This is said to have caused her debts to increase even more. And my ex-fiancé Mike has returned to her. His parents said, "You disgrace, don't ever show your face again." And he was kicked out. He is now working as a live-in worker at a nearby factory. And I hear that he is desperately looking for a marriage on his days off. However, he refused women who earn less than me. And I hear that he is constantly complaining that he can find a woman who can cook better than me. He says that he has had not success at all.